What's going on, everyone? Riddict here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. Today we're going to be doing a little battle of the PCP carbines. We have the Hatsan Jet, the Hatsan Sortie Tact, the Umarex Nodos, and the Benjamin Marauder. We're going to start out, this is round one, we're going to start out at just 10 yards, okay, see what they're doing there. And then in round two, we'll move it out further, 25 yards, so forth and so on, okay? So this video is round one, and for the entire duration of it, we will be using the Crosman Premier Domed Ultra Heavy. Kind of like these, they're growing on me real quick, so this is what we're going to be using. And also, it keeps the Hatsan Jet from barking so loud. Still barks, but not so loud. And so, of course, with that, we are going to start out with the Hatsan Jet. This is the Jet 1. Singular air cylinder. So here we go. Alright, we got the Hatsan Jet, ready to rock and roll. Here we go. We're just going to do like 6 or 7 shots total. I mean, the Jet magazine only holds 7, so no more than 7 for sure per gun, just to keep that aspect fair, but 6 or 7. Let's see what we get. That was a little low. Little low. A little high. I don't know about that. And just keep it right there, I guess. Not terrible. So far. Man, it is still a little loud. Yep, that's it. Still a little loud on the old Jet there. Better than using an 11 grain pellet, that's for sure. But from what I'm seeing, not too bad. Not too bad. On to the next one. Alright, so next up, sticking with Hatsan, with the Hatsan Sortie Tact. Alright, and I gotta be honest, I have not been that impressed with this thing. I don't know what it's going to take. Maybe an optic. I have no idea. But even when it's on a rest, I don't know. We'll see. Alright. We got the Hatsan Sortie Tact here. Let's see what happens. Like, what I'm aiming for is more or less, how are we grouping? You know, if I'm hitting the bullseye, great. If not, whatever. But I just want to see how we're grouping. That's what this whole series is going to be about. Okay? Here we go. Okay. Well, not as bad as I was anticipating, given my previous experiences with this. But, I mean, it's not a pinhole group, you know, it's not, it's still, at 10 yards could be better, just in my opinion. Once again, when we're done, we'll get a close-up look at these, but, yeah, I mean, not bad. You know, it's still pretty decent. At least they're all kind of grouped together, which is good. But not real tight for 10 yards, honestly. Yeah. Hey, what are you going to do? On to the next one. All right, up next is the Umarex Nodos. I know this one's popular among my viewers as well as myself. I do like this one a lot. Definitely can't go wrong here. But, yeah. So, here we go. All right, we got the Umarex Nodos here. Let's see what happens. Might want to do that there, genius. Okay. That's really good, obviously. Obviously, I'm able to hit the bullseye a little better with this scope on here on the Nodos versus open sights with the other two, and of course the multi-tack sight that's going to be on the Marauder. But once again, it's all about how it's grouping. One more to go. And last, but certainly not least, the Benjamin Marauder, the P-Rod. All right, I really like this one. Not just because it's popular or anything like that, but in my experience so far with it, definitely like this one. So let's see what happens. All right, got the Benjamin Marauder here, the P-Rod. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. That's that. Well, clearly, the Jet, the P-Rod, and the Nodos are all pretty similar. All pretty similar. I'll go grab that and we'll take an up-close look. All right, here we go. Now, upon closer inspection of the Jet, it's actually more in line with the sortie tact. So, here's the Jet, okay, and then the sortie tact here. So, a little bit more similar than I thought on those two. You did have some on the Jet that were going almost the same hole, right? Whereas the sortie tact was pretty much, I don't think any of them went through the same hole. Maybe they did, I don't know. You guys saw it closer up than I did. And then of course we have the Nodos right here. Really good group on the Nodos. And then the Benjamin P-Rod up here, which is very similar to what the Nodos did. So, and of course, we were pretty much dead center on the Nodos because of the scope we were using. But for all intents and purposes, the group on the Marauder and the Nodos are very, very close and similar to performance at 10 yards. Jet and the sortie tact, you know, they're about the same as far as a 10-yard distance. The Jet performed a little better as far as grouping. Obviously, it was off the target a little. I should have, you know, did a little Kentucky windage to compensate for that. But as far as what we're looking at here, the Jet and the sortie tact, similar, as you would expect. Very similar, you know, guns. And then, of course, the Nodos and the Marauder are very similar as far as grouping at 10 yards. Of course, this is just round one. We're going to find out when we move things out further and further in each subsequent round that we do. So, yeah, not too bad at 10 yards for any of them, really. But the grouping definitely goes to, I mean, it's pretty much, it's almost a tie between the P-Rod and the Nodos at this point in this particular round. So there you go. That's what they're doing at 10 yards. Not too bad on any of them, but the best performers were definitely the P-Rod and the Nodos. So if you're saying to yourself, well, I'm only going to use it for 10 yards, definitely could save some money and just get a Nodos instead of worrying about the P-Rod. So you're going to get pretty much similar performance there. What happens as we go on out further? Time will tell when we get there. So yeah, with that said, catch you all down the road.